You know that feeling? That feeling when everything is on the line. The clock is ticking. Everyone's watching. And one person steps up and says, "Nah, not today." That feeling is why we watch. We don't stay up to 3 a.m. for the ordinary stuff. We don't scream at our TVs because things went according to plan. No, we live for the chaos, the madness.
It's Ronaldo!
The moments that make you grab your head with both hands and just lose it. This video is about those moments. The last second goals, the impossible comebacks, the shots that had no business going in. And here, it's not just gonna be sports, because clutch is clutch. This is the art of bangers.
Down 3-2. I know this sounds crazy. However, I like our position, and I'm confident we can win this series.
People argue about Jordan versus LeBron, but there's one thing MJ did that nobody can ever take away from him. He wrote his own ending. Game 6 of the 1998 NBA Finals, Bulls versus Jazz. Jordan's last game as a Bull, everyone knows it. The whole world is watching. The Bulls are down by 1, under a minute left. Jordan gets the ball on the left side. He drives, he stops. He does that little push off on Byron Russell and pulls up for a mid-range jumper. Swish!
Chicago with the lead!
Swish! Bulls lead. Clock runs out. 6 championships. And Jordan just stands there with his wrist hanging in the air. That freeze frame is basketball history. That's not just a banger. That's the definition of clutch.
Here we go as the game is underway. The Soviet Union in red and the United States in white. The Americans.
Alright, let's go back in time a little. 1980, Lake Placid Winter Olympics. Now, context matters here. The Soviet Union hockey team was the most dominant force in the sport. They had won 4 straight Olympic gold medals. They beat an NHL All-Star team. They were unbeatable. But during the 1980 Winter Olympics, USA faced the Soviet Union. The American team were a bunch of college kids. Their average age 21. Nobody gave them a chance. And I mean nobody. But somehow, with 10 minutes left in the third period, the US takes a 4-3 lead. And then it's just survival. The Soviets are throwing everything at them. The clock ticks down. The final seconds. And Al Michaels hits us with one of the greatest scores in sports history. A bunch of college kids beat the greatest hockey team ever assembled during the Cold War on home ice. The footage of them celebrating, the flags waving, the crowd going absolutely insane. Man, that's the stuff movies are made of. Literally, they made a movie about it. Okay, time to leave sports for a minute, because this next one might be the most clutch moment in human history, and I'm not exaggerating. January 15th, 2009. US Airways Flight 1549 takes off from LaGuardia Airport in New York. There are 155 people on board. 2 minutes after takeoff, the plane flies through a flock of geese. Both engines go out, both of them gone. The plane is at 2,800 feet, over one of the most populated cities on earth. And Captain Chesley Sullenberger has about 208 seconds to figure out what to do. Air traffic control tells him to turn back to LaGuardia. Sully runs the numbers in his head. Not enough altitude, not enough speed. He looks at Teterboro Airport in New Jersey, same problem. So he makes a decision that sounds insane. He's going to land a commercial airliner on the Hudson River, a body of water, in January in New York City. And he does it. He glides that plane down and touches the water so smoothly that the fuselage stays intact. The plane is floating. Passengers clamp out onto the wings. Ferries rush over. Every single person survives. All 155. Not one serious injury. When they pulled the cockpit voice recorder, you know what they found? Sully's heart rate barely changed the entire time. That man was ice cold. You want to talk about clutch? Forget the game-winning goal. This man saved 155 lives with no engine, no runway, and 3 minutes to figure it out. That's the ultimate banger. Let's leave sports again, because this story is one of the greatest rescue missions ever pulled off. August 5th, 2010, a mine collapses in the Atacama Desert in Chile. 33 miners are trapped. They are 2,300 feet underground. That's almost half a mile, and nobody knows if they are alive. For 17 days, nothing, no contact, no signs of life. The families are camped outside the mine. The whole country is watching. Most experts quietly think that these guys are gone. Then on day 17, a drill breaks through to an underground shelter, and attached to the drill when they pull it back up, a note written in red marker. We are well in the shelter, D33. But here's the thing, they still couldn't get them out. The rescue shaft took 2 more months to drill. 2 months. These men are living in the space the size of a small apartment in 90-degree heat underground for 69 days total. When they finally start pulling them out one by one, 1 billion people are watching live on TV. 1 billion. Each miner comes up and hugs their family, and the crowd erupts one by one 33 times. That's not a banger in the traditional sense. There's no stadium, no scoreboard, but man, if you watch that footage and don't feel something, I don't know what to tell you. So what is the art of bangers? It's not just about sports. It's not just about winning. It's about those moments when the pressure is at a maximum, where everyone is watching, where the odds says no and somebody says yes anyway. It's Aguero running to the corner flag. It's Sully on the hot scene. It's 33 miners coming out of the ground one by one. It's a bunch of college kids beating the Soviet Union. These moments remind us why we watch, why we care, why we lose our voices screaming at the screen. Thanks for watching to the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, give it a like, share and comment. Which other banger moments do you think I should have added to the video? You can also check out the last video I uploaded on wheels versus every man-made objects. You will like it. It's a fun video.